I want to talk to you about chords. Chords can be difficult to play at times because of the shape of our bridge. The shape of our bridge is round, but the hair is flat. So we need to make some adjustments, and I'm going to talk exactly about the adjustments to be made to avoid a noise coming out of chords, such as scratchy sounds, squeaky or whistly, that we never intend for them to happen, but they happen occasionally. And I'm going to talk to you about ways to avoid them. There are different kinds of chords. There are three-note chords that involve playing three strings at the same time, or four-note chords that involve playing either 2 and 2 or 4 strings at the same time, which is a little bit more challenging. But let me start with the three-note chords. Three-note chords, as well as four-note chords, require of the player to start the sound with a bit of a bite. And that sound is very, very closely related to the way we play marquelet. It's a stroke, much like détaché, just down and up, but you apply a little bit of pressure. You apply a little bit of pressure right before you start, and then you release, and that way you'll get that bite to the sound, like this. All right, the same idea applies to the chords. You start the chord with a bite. When playing three-note chords, you need to focus on the middle note. Also, you need to move your bow closer to the fingerboard. Right there, the tension of the string is much less than right here. So that way, the string will bend under the bow, coming to the same level as the string on the outside. And that way you'll have your flat surface to place the flat hair on. Let's try it. And there you have your three-note chord played solid without breaking it. Now I want to talk to you about four-note chords. With four-note chords, it's a little bit different. In four-note chords, the top two notes are more important than the bass. However, bass plays an important role itself because it kind of sets the stage and emphasizes the importance of the top two notes. Now I want to tell you about four-note chords. Four-note chords require a bit of a different approach. First of all, unlike three-note chords, playing four-note chords, you want to move away from the fingerboard and get closer to the bridge. Also, you don't want to play with full hair, flat hair, in other words. You want to kind of tilt it away from yourself. And that way, your chords will not have that scratchy sound to them. Second, unlike three-note chords, four-note chords require an adjustment to be made while you're playing that chord. In other words, there is a base of the chord and then there is top of the chord. Top of the chord is usually more important because it needs to project more, although the base of the chord is also very important because it sets the stage for the top of the chord. Now, when you start playing the chord, you're going to start with a slower speed of the bow. And then as you move to play the top of the chord, you're going to increase that bow speed. So in other words, it's going to sound like this. All right. Another thing to consider is that with your wrist, you will be ready to play the base of the chord. But your arm should be in position to play the top of the chord. So the switch happens in the wrist, just like that, okay? Just like that. All right? And last but not least, if you play the four notes faster, you can trick your ear into believing that you play all four notes simultaneously. just like so.